This is question number 11 of homework 13 for chapter 17. So here we are given a figure which shows the market for rice in Japan and the rest of the world. So above figure shows the market for rice in Japan. S2 represents the domestic supply curve, and this is the upward sloping supply curve, and S1 represents the world supply curve. So world supply curve actually is a horizontal line starting from, and they have an intersection with the domestic supply curve at this point here. And if imported rice is banned, the loss in social welfare is. So this question basically is asking the deadweight loss, because that's the loss for social welfare. Before the ban, we know that because this is a competitive market, so the world can also export and Japan can also import rice from the world. So the supply curve of Japan looks like this. So it's upward sloping following the domestic supply up to this point. And then after this point is horizontal following the world supply curve. And so the intersection between the world supply curve and the downward sloping demand curve determines the price and the quantity. And so, and because it's a competitive equilibrium, so there's no deadweight loss. But if you ban import, so if imported rice is banned, then only the domestic supply applies. So now the supply curve is this S2. There's no portion of this horizontal S1 anymore, just upward sloping S2. So now the new equilibrium is here, the intersection of S2 and this demand curve. So there's this point here. And so hence, before the ban, the total welfare is this whole area, because that's the area of the sum of the producer supplies and the consumer supplies. And producer supplies is, because the price is here, we know that the producer supplies is the area between the price and the marginal cost curve. And for the competitive firm, the marginal cost curve actually coincides with the supply curve. So that's the area D here. That's the producer supplies before the ban. And the consumer supplies is the area between the price and the demand curve. So that area is this total A plus B plus C plus F plus G plus I here. So this total area. So the total social welfare is this whole area. And after the ban, because the new equilibrium is point right here, so and the new consumer supplies is A plus B plus F. So consumers are actually losing this C plus G plus I, but producers are gaining, because before the ban, producer supplies, as we said, is only area D, but after the ban, producers, the price has been rising, so producers gain, and they gain by C plus G, but this area I actually is lost because of the higher price, and because the world can no longer supply rice to Japan's market. So this I is the deadweight loss, and that's the loss in social welfare. We should choose B. So check the answer. Excellent.